This is a little program you can do when you come to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Try to have a day in between so you can rest your muscles. It is very important to do a combination of cardio workout in interval as well as weightlifting. Weightlifting will give you a little bit more lean body mass and help you burn more calories while at rest and while exercising. So you have faster and greater results. Now you can do all the exercises, like you can do 1 at a time, 3 times 12 repetition with a minute of rest, and then you move on to the other exercise and you go down the list and you finish with the core. You can start with the deadlift, then you can do the bent over row, then you can do the squat, then the shoulder press, and you can finish with the core rotation and the plank. If you start this program, at first do 2 sets of everything because you will be too sore if you do 3 sets. The first exercise is named core rotation on Kinases, or can be done on pulley as well. We start by having a base a little bit wider than a shoulder width. I'm going to bend my legs and kind of sit on my heels a little bit. So I'm in an athletic position. I'm going to be nice and tall, shoulder blades back. My neck is in line with the rest of my spine. I'm going to extend my arms totally straight. So I'm going to start from 45 degrees on my side and rotate to the other side 45 degrees. Basically, I'm rotating with my core. I do not want to move the hips too much. The hips and lower body are solid to the ground. You're grounded. You move from the belt up from one side to the other, keeping your shoulder blades back and your arms straight. This one's called the shoulder press with the barbell. It works the shoulder, obviously, and the tricep. I prefer to do it in a standing position. Once again, legs a little bit bent in an athletic position, lower abs contracted to protect the low back. I'm going to start almost on the top of my chest, and I'm going to extend right over my head. The next one is the deadlift, one of my top 5 favorite exercises and most efficient. It's really technical, so if you come to the gym, please ask a trainer to assist you on your first and second time. This will work the back of the leg, the hamstrings, the butt muscles, as well as the low back. So I'm going to grab the barbell with my palm facing outwards. I'm going to have my shoulder blades retracted, my chest up. I'm going to bend just a little bit below my knees, keeping my back arch at all time. This is really important. No round back in any exercise, especially the deadlift. So you keep your back arch by sticking your butt out a little bit and stand back up. Next one is the squat. Squat, once again, in my top 5, very efficient for the quadricep, the thighs, the butt muscle, the low back. You can start with the bench, so you're very close to the bench, standing up. You're going to sit down, back on the bench, bringing your hips back. You must feel the weight off your heels. The foot and the knee must be in line. I'm going to sit down as if I'm sitting on a chair and back up, pressing on my heels. No round back, so keep your back arched by sticking your butt out slightly, keeping your lower abs contracted. If you want, you can graduate to the barbell. Use the barbell on your back. Now, when I use the barbell, I'm going to grip it so it's on my lower traps. It's a little bit lower on my traps on my neck. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to lift the elbows back, keeping my wrists straight and really forcing the chest to be up by bringing my elbows back and chest up. The bent over row can be done with the pulley system, with the barbell, or with dumbbells. You can have a grip which is pronated when the palms are facing the ground, or supinated when the palms are facing upward to the ceiling. So I'm going to start with a little bit bent over. My back is arched once again. My legs are bent. I'm going to pull the weight to the sternum and I hold it there. Make sure you squeeze your shoulder blade back and then bring it back down. The next one is the lunge. Lunges can be done at home. They work the quads muscle, the butt muscle, and the low back. I use a broomstick to make sure that my back is straight. So the broomstick must be parallel with the walls. So you can do walking lunges going up and down, bending the leg. Once again, watch. The knee cannot pass the front of the toe. So make sure that the broomstick is parallel to the walls and that you take a big enough stride. The next one is a plank. Very simple exercise. It works the core, which the abdominals, it works the shoulder, the hip flexors. It's a very complete exercise. So I'm gonna stand on my elbows and on my toes, making sure that I'm very parallel to the ground. You have to squeeze the butt and the lower abs while you hold the plank. Why? This is going to stabilize the hips and make it even more effective. And hold it between 30 seconds to a minute and a half. Finally, we have the push-ups. Push-ups can be done everywhere. It's very important to be able to lift your own body weight. When I do push-ups, just like the plank, I'm going to hold my butt muscle contracted, my lower abs contracted. I'm going to take a stand when I go down, I'm 90 degrees. My elbows are 90 degrees going down and back up. Fingers are facing forward, but my elbow also must be facing forward. So I twist my elbow outward, so I use like more muscle in my shoulders.